Good afternoon, it's Brian at Fitzpatrick's Garage, Dublin Road, Kildare. I want to show you this really nice 2015 Hyundai i40, and this one is an automatic 7-speed tourer model. Brian's my name. If there's any information you'd like on this particular car, please do give us a call, 086 843 1945. If you come to the garage in Kildare, just ask for Brian. The garage here is a family-run operation family-run business even, in operation for almost 70 years. There's a Honda garage here. There is a Hyundai garage here, and further up the road there's also a Mercedes garage, and then there's also garages in Naas and also Tullamore, as well as Carlow. This car will be supplied with a warranty until 2020, and it'll leave the car here with AA cover, which is breakdown assist, and you'll also have the car serviced comprehensively before you pick it up as well. So anyway, let's have a look at the car. So, as we were saying, this is a touring model. So the first thing is, let's start from the back. If you're interested in a touring model, you obviously need more space. Although some people actually used to buy these cars purely because they actually prefer the shape. There is a saloon version, but the i40 Tourer actually, in fairness, is a very, very good looking car. So we have had people that have bought this car purely because they actually just prefer the look of the car. But the Tourer is quite a big boot setup. So if you open up in through here, or if you have a brain, which in this case I don't seem to, you can unlock the boot first, and then you can show your audience the boot of the car. So right, let's try that again. So boot opens up, it's nice and big. There is first of all a cover over here for security, and after that then you can let that slide backwards. Where the first thing actually I see there, the boot's in really, really nice condition. So estate cars usually get a bit of use in the boot. So first thing over here, there is some storage. If I lift up this flap, a little bit of storage in through there. Same on the other side, I've got another flap over there that is going to do the same thing, more storage in through here. After that then, if I lift up this section in through here, I've got a small little hidden compartment, and other than that again then I have access to my spare wheel. But if we look there then, there is kind of a boot tidy setup, so if you have stuff that you regularly keep in the car and you don't want to be rolling all around the place, there's actually that hidden little compartment, which is dead handy for stuff you don't want people to see obviously, but just for general things that build up in the boot of the car that you like to hoard and keep, even though you know well you should take it out. After that, over here then we have a light on both sides, so at night time the boot area is very, very well lit. There's a 12-volt power outlet in here, and then if we want, you can drop the seat forward, and same on the other side, drop the seat forward again, and this whole section here pops out if you want, and then you've got a really, really, really big boot overall. So actually comparable to a light commercial vehicle basically in terms of size. This area here has storage, but even further back there's actually more storage where we can lift up that area, and again another small hidden compartment. The other thing as well is there's anchorage points all the way around the boot of the car, so basically if you want you can tie stuff down to stop it rolling around. So the rear of the car, as you can see, loads and loads of storage options and space overall. Rear of the car has parking sensors as standard, and then on this 2015 model it is the facelift version, so it has the nicer LED rear taillights. Condition is excellent at the back here. Rear windows are privacy, so people can't see in, and it just looks quite nice as well. Boot lid is in excellent condition all the way around, and the rear bumper here in very, very nice condition too, so all good so far. Looking down the side of the car, it is in very nice condition. Unfortunately it is raining today, so it's a little bit harder to see, but car looks nice, tidy condition all the way through. Again, as I was saying, we will get this car into our workshop and get it serviced and checked out, but everything looks good so far. In terms of the rear, these are a nice diamond cut alloy wheel, so there's quite a nice shine off these wheels basically when you are I suppose in sunny conditions, and also in artificial light, so they look really, really nice at night. But the centre sections are black, which means that brake dust doesn't build up as easily along through there. This is facelift 2015, which means you get a much nicer front end to the car, where you've got the big grille at the front. The front fog lights have 5 little diodes on LED up through there, and then the daytime running lights are up through here. After that then we've our dipped and full headlamp functions in through there, and the engine in that car is actually a 141 horsepower unit. So in the i40 there's 2 engines. There is the 115 output engine, and then there's the 141 output engine. This one is the higher output because it does come with the 7-speed gearbox as well, so 141 horsepower. But in terms of road tax, it is 270 for the year. And then in terms of fuel efficiency, that car sits very, very comfortably at 50 to 55 miles per gallon, which is about 5 litres for every 100 kilometres. The other nice thing on the Tours is they have the nice rails up top to complement the chrome all the way around through the windows as well. So that is outside of the car so far. I would describe that car as quite a nice looking car. Black really, really suits that Tourer shape. It's in very, very nice condition, and as we see then, it's an easy to run engine, but also it has nice power as well overall. So let's have a look on the inside of the car then. Just one thing I forgot to say actually is this car also has, as we were saying, parking sensors and a, God, the light that comes off this camera is terrible. It has parking sensors and they're on the rear, and there's also a camera here, which is, if I go for reverses here, and also then there's parking sensors on the front as well. So while we're talking about that, actually, let's just go backwards towards this i30. So that's telling us then we have a problem which is here that we can see, and then over here in the center it's also going to give us a warning as well to say that we've got a problem in through there as well. At the front, similarly, if I drive over towards this vehicle over here, which is a Hyundai Accord, or also a Gardavan in this case, it's also telling me then that I've got a problem in front of me, so it's making noise because of that. So look, yes, I'm sure anyone watching this video, you probably all know the concept of parking sensors, but I just forgot to say it on the outside. One really nice thing about this car is it has this really nice gearbox here, which is up and down through the gears. So basically you can increase, we'll say, gear, so, sorry, if you want to, I can't talk today for some reason. If you want to go up and down through the gears, you can use this function here. So you can basically go into park, reverse, neutral, or we can just leave the car and drive, and we can drive along, and the car is going to change gears itself. Great, that's why you buy an automatic car. But I don't know, if you're like me, I actually like changing gears. So if I move across to here, I can go up through the gears 2, 3, 4, 5, or else I can change back down the gears 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And remember, we said there's 7 gears forward on this car as well. But the other cool thing as well is over here on the steering wheel, sorry, I have to swap hands there, I can go down through the gears, or over here then I can go up through the gears as well. So it's just a really nice way of controlling what you're doing, and the gear changes are so fast on this car. So let's have a quick look. I just want to hook it in. Unfortunately, I'm just going to be able to show you the clocks because of a little clamp here to put the camera in, but it actually gets up to the gears really, really quick. At the moment, one thing we see in front of us, actually I've got a slightly low tyre on the front left, so that's just the warning you see there. But if we accelerate, just watch how quickly it changes gears. So accelerate now. So really light and nice and crisp braking. If I change down the gear, and again if I use another paddle, 4, 3, 2. So it's really, really easy to use. Or else over here, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. You get the idea. It's really, really, really nice. The older kind of automatic gearboxes, they're a bit slow to go up and down through gears. I really like these kind of style gearboxes where it's 5, 4, 3. Look how quickly it does it. And back into, okay, 4, 5, 6, etc. You get the idea. So I suppose basically there'll be 2 people watching this kind of an advert, which is number 1, you've never driven an automatic car before. If you've not driven an automatic car before, drive one, see what they're like, because I'm getting to a stage now where I thought I'd never be, well actually years ago I think I got there, where once you drive an automatic car, it's so much nicer, or maybe you can get lazy, I don't know, but it's dead nice. The whole thing is you're not using your left leg here anymore. Your left arm is basically doing very little, if anything. And so I suppose, and especially in traffic, just creeping in traffic, really nice. Second kind of person that's going to look at it is someone that's driven an automatic car before. If you have a slightly older car, then you will not have a transmission which is like what we're looking at in this one here, which is going to be a much more rapid and fast gear change. So one thing I'd say to you about this is you put your foot down, you get constant power. It's changing gears, changing gears, changing gears. So it's really, really nice, and it's quick. It's very, very quick. Anyway, after that, features on the car: electrics for windows and mirrors over here. Sorry, that's just beeping because someone walked in front of the car. On the steering wheel, it is multi-function, so cruise controls down through here. We have volume controls over here. I've got voice activated. What is wrong with me today? I can't talk properly. Anyway, voice activated. Bluetooth.
Please say a command.
FM 104.
Sorry, I didn't understand you well. Please say your command again.
Radio. Watch.
You are listening.
So now I'm on radio.
Please say a command.
One thing is, I have not learned all of these commands yet, so, and she's actually listening to me, whoops. But basically there's different commands that I have to learn, and then they will become more useful. But you can tell it basically to go into navigation or radio or iPod or whatever you want. As you were saying, this is also reverse camera with dynamic guidelines, so we turn, the guidelines tell us our trajectory back into gears as well. And then in through here, we have radio functions in through here. And look at this is really cool, isn't it? It's all touchscreen. Phone stuff in through there. Okay, we haven't got a phone added. Map, as we saw already. Navigation, where we want to navigate to. And then general settings and trip information and night screen if we don't want that to be lit up. And then media, where we want the music to come from. And then we got a climate function, which is telling us basically speed of the fan or temperatures over here on both sides, or where we want the air to blow. Do we want it automated? Do we want a dual zone? All that kind of stuff. Really, really simple to use. I've used tons of these in different cars now, and actually I find the Hyundai one really, really good. If we move down from this climate control section over here in the center, you have heated seats with 3 different settings. You got heated seats with 3 different settings over here as well. And to complement that, I would call that a winter pack, where you can press this button and the steering wheel gets warm. How cool is that? Because remember, during the winter you are going to have a little bit of extra time with the diesel engine warming it up, so it's nice to have those things while the heater is getting warm. Your bum and your hands are getting warm ahead of it. Parking sensors, parking brake in the automatic, which is really easy to use. Go, and we started moving. That's all you have to do to release it, and then to engage it, engage. But because we got a park function in here anyway, it's quite useful that way as well. Trip information, average speed, fuel efficiency, all that kind of information in through here. And as we were saying, just as we drove out the road, we got a tyre that's a little bit below average. So in other words, the car is warning you that your fuel usage is not efficient because of that. Auto stop start over here, brightness of the dash, automatic headlights front and rear, fog lights, and then the parking sensor function over here. In through here then we can adjust the steering wheel in and out, or up or down as well. And these seats are electric, so let me get out of this here, because driver's seat is in very good condition, and it is electric, backwards, forwards, up, down. One other thing, actually, I had a taxi man in with me the other day. The space in the back of these, and he's quite interested in it, and those taxi guys know their stuff, because they have lots of friends and they're in different cars all day every day, and they know what works and what doesn't. So I mean, I'm more than comfortable in the front there. Actually, I'd probably sit closer to the steering wheel there, but anyway, just for the sake of the video, to clamp in that camera I had to sit a little bit back. But in terms of space down along through here, I have loads of space, I've got loads of headroom, and to be fair, if I sit into that here now, and I'm 6 foot by the way, just before we forget, in terms of the seat doors here, child locks back here, electric through windows in through here, and then condition on the seating in terms of the floor and carpets and all that kind of stuff, very good. 3 head restraints, 3 3-point safety belts, armrest in the centre, ISOFIX here, and ISOFIX on the other side over there. But if I sit into the front here again, actually I would never, like, that's not right, I would not sit that far backwards from the seat, so I'm going to move forwards, and if you look along here, that is where I am comfortably sitting. And then in terms of the rear, if I was to sit in the back of the car, that is now realistic leg room, so look at that, load of space. And also down here I also have little vents as well, so very, very comfortable place to be. One other thing I was going to say to you as well is, this car is not registered in Irish plates yet. If you have a wheelchair, or you're VAT and BRT exempt and you need a big boot, that is definitely one I would consider, and especially with the automatic gearbox as well, it's quite an easy car to drive. But if you haven't, you are going to be VRT exempt on a car like this, so that could be the complete guess, somewhere in the region of 3,000 to 4,000 euros. So that means this car for you, if you're on the DD1 scheme and you have a primary medical cert, you are paying 3 or 4 grand less than the average person on the street for a car like this, so that's pretty good. Rear mirror along here is electrochromatic, so if someone drives up behind you, it also darkens as well. And then in terms of the floor over here, and this seat is in very nice condition, as is the one that I'm sitting in. So overall, that is our Hyundai i40 Tourer. This car is, as we were saying, a 1.7, 141 horsepower engine car. It is $270 a year for road tax. There's warranty on the car till 2020. It'll be supplied with a service. It'll be supplied with roadside assist as well. And then after that, as we were saying, if you do have a DD1 form, i.e. primary medical cert, you can actually get 3 to 4 grand of VRT exempt on a car like this, so it makes a lot of sense that way. If you want a car that's got a big boot, yes, this is definitely going to work for you. If you want a car that's really nicely equipped, this is definitely going to work for you. If you want a car that's quite nice and to drive as an automatic, this is going to work for you. If you want a car that's easy on fuel, this is going to work for you. If you want a serious amount of spec like electric and heated seats and heated steering wheel and navigation and Bluetooth and cruise control, this is the car for you. As an overall package, this is a damn good one. And this car is very, very well priced, considering it's now 2015, late 2015, 152 number plate. This car has a bunch of money taken off it compared to the brand new price of this car. So if this is a car that's of interest, 086 843 1945. Brian is my name. I would love to hear from you no matter where you are in the country, because we deal with everyone around the country these days with the way the internet is now anyway. In terms of finance, we deal with 8 major lenders, so we can organise very competitive finance rates. And if you have a trade-in, no matter what kind of car you have at the moment, we can trade in your car. And as we were saying, this is a family-run business in operation for almost 70 years. So if you're spending money on a car like this, you can be damn sure that your money is going to be spent somewhere where there's going to be good after-sales service as well. So thank you for taking time to watch, and I hope this car is of interest to you.